Hello, everybody. Oh, yeah, we were talking about something in the background. Let me go ahead and find that picture to show y'all.
Ooh, it's a pink Samuel Adams
Sort
and
of.
a pink John.
Beach Sessions IPA. I'm not a big IPA fan, but this is kind of interesting.
All right,
Has a
where are we?
grapefruit kind of taste to it.
Not something I would be searching for in a beer.
Well, you know how that most beers have some sort of bitter to it. You know,
Yeah, that's what I'm going for. Yeah.
this tastes like a grapefruit rind, kind of like grapefruit zest. I think might be the proper term.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, if it tastes
Okay,
good, it
Joe.
tastes
What do you?
good.
All right, hang on a minute.
We were talking about my. I went through three sanding discs, 36 grit sanding disc on my 4.5 inch angle grinder.
Hey, Joe.
Yeah,
Before you go too far, I just want to say something that's so funny you're gonna laugh your ass off.
yeah.
I'm looking at this down here, and of course you haven't clicked on it, so it's a gray hazy picture that
Yeah.
you're about to post. I thought it was an ultrasound. I thought your granddaughter was, showing off her baby or something like that.
No, this is the grill that I've been uh working on. I went to work about 1 o'clock on it today. I actually hit the grinder hit about 1 o'clock. I quit at 6.
How deep is it? Is it badly pitted or?
Well, you decide.
Can you enlarge that? I just see a little tiny square.
I think that is about as large as you can get it.
Yep.
Click on the zoom over there.
Where is the
The
zoom?
plus. Isn't it?
No.
Oh, never mind.
That's create. Yep. That's about as big as you can get with that particular photograph. Um,
Well, as you can see, I guess if y'all go up full screen, you could probably see it.
Well, hey, Joe,
Yeah.
why don't you
I
Yeah.
post
am.
that on Stupid?
All right. But let me show you what it looked like before I started today.
Oh boy,
Does that give you an idea how much work I did?
Yeah,
just a little bit.
but when you got finished, it still looked like White Sands Missile Base after the
After the
bombs had been
test?
dropped. Yeah.
Like I said, it looks like the surface of the moon right now.
Yeah, there's Mare Imbrium.
Not too terrible. Could be better.
Well, I mean, there's things you can cook
On the
on
bright
Samuel.
side,
There
on
are
the
things
bright
you
side, it'll
can't.
hold seasoning.
It's holding seasoning. But yeah, I've done, that's like I said, I went through three 36 grit sanding disc.
Nah, I don't think that works. I was about to say, I wonder if you could just like go find you a sheet of steel and weld it around the edges on top of that.
You wouldn't have to weld it; just set it there.
That's true.
If you had something that would fit inside the lips of the original pan, it wouldn't move. But that's probably about $600 worth of metal you're talking about dropping in.
And I could buy a brand new one for $158.
Yeah, really. Right now, you're doing this just for the challenge of repurposing something you got for almost nothing.
For nothing.
Oh, well, for nothing.
Hey, why don't you spend $1,000 on a TIG welder? You just go and fill in all them little holes.
Because that would change the flavor of anything that you cooked on it.
I've looked at a bunch of different options, but yeah.
Either you grind the damn thing on flat, however many discs it takes, or you
There
got to
ain't gonna
screw
be
it.
enough left of it. I think some of those pits, if I ground the bottom, would probably create holes.
Yeah. Well, then your only other option is to say,
Replace it.
screw this, I'm going to buy a new one. But you could always use it as a launching platform for fireworks. No, seriously. You just get you some big tubes to sit on there, not PVC, but something heavy, and drop your fireworks down in. Have it strapped together so it doesn't, vibrate off the sides. But you've got a very solid launching platform. Hey, it's an idea. You don't have to go with it.
Yeah. I'm actually looking. They don't even. Good grief. I'm looking on Amazon right now, and
Around $600.
well, I can get one stainless steel for $161.99.
I would probably suggest stainless because you're not going to use it that much, and that would help prevent rust and such. If you're going to use it on a regular basis, I'd suggest one of the other steels that would hold seasoning a bit better.
Yeah, but cast iron is traditional, even though it does rust if you.
No, well, it doesn't use cast iron. Grills don't. They use steel. But
Yeah, it's cold rolled steel.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for correcting me. Glad to
Uh,
know that.
uh,
but it's hard to season stainless, and it never does it right. So
Well, yeah, it's stainless. Nothing soaks in. That's the point of the stainless. So you're not going to be able to put bacon grease on that and make it soak in.
Have y'all heard about? They just found the USS Johnson.
Yes.
Fletcher class destroyer, deepest warship they've ever actually gotten down to.
Is it like 4 miles, as I recall?
It's some god awful amount, yeah. But
it's twice as deep as the next closest thing. Or wait a minute, twice as deep as Titanic.
Yeah,
if I remember correctly.
It was lost. It was lost at Leyte Gulf in the Battle off Samar when Halsey kind of screwed up and didn't cover the landing force because he was too busy chasing carriers. And a big battleship cruiser destroyer group came right up the middle and attacked all these escort carriers and their destroyer escorts. And the destroyers did everything. It included the battleship Yamato, which was the largest battleship ever built, and the Congo, which was another older battleship, and several cruisers and dozens of destroyers. And it came down, started shooting up all these escort carriers, and the 3 destroyers that were escorting them attacked this group. It's called Taffy 3 was the name of the destroyer group. Attacked battleships, cruisers, just all this sort of stuff. The Johnson took 3 hits from 14-inch battleship shells and still kept fighting. Damaged a cruiser, damaged a battleship, shut up several destroyers. And there were 2 other destroyers that were along with it that were doing the same job. And eventually, they as the ship was sinking, the whole crew was like sitting on the back of the ship. A Japanese cruiser sailed past them, and because they couldn't fight, none of their guns would work. They couldn't fight. The ship was going down. The command staff walked out of the bridge of the Japanese cruiser and saluted them as they sailed by because they had fought so hard. And eventually, they ran off this entire Japanese surface group with just 3 destroyers.
The account I read, it was the the Yamamoto, that the admiral came out and saluted them, and the Johnston's guns were still firing as they were sinking.
No, the guns they had lost power to all the guns, and they couldn't traverse them manually fast enough. And there were three. It was the Johnson, the Roberts, the Hull, and the Heermann were the three destroyers.
Well, that just perfectly illustrates that the romantic story versus historical fact.
Let's see here.
Well, I should have bought the thing when I had a chance and didn't.
What was that?
The price went up.
No, they're sold out.
Oh.
Dan, I'm sorry, you are right. It did take an 18-inch shell hit on the bridge. But apparently it didn't explode. It just went right through.
Would have made a big old hole.
No kidding. 2.5 ton shell. I think that's almost a 3-ton shell.
They threw a Volkswagen at it.
And Yamato said it was a cruiser. They sank a cruiser.
Oh, look, a Japanese fleet. Let's destroy it.
Let's see here. I'm sorry. I said Congo. It was the battleship Haruna. That was the one that also hit them. They took they took at least 3 battleship hits. I was right. It was Congo was in there too. Well, they say it was Congo class battleship. Haruna was a Congo class. That's where I'm making my mistake.
Okay.
But Congo was there also, so it could have been Congo.
That was a definite ouch.
One survivor said we couldn't patch the holes fast enough to keep her afloat.
What are you going to patch them with? Manhole covers?
Oh, and the ship that saluted them was the destroyer Yakukaze.
Okay.
You gave us a valiant fight.
Yep.
Well, so the story I read was romantic fiction rather than historical.
That was probably fun.
What,
No.
getting sunk? You sunk my battleship. No, that's never
Okay,
fun.
I've got to read. I have no clue what this is. It's just I don't know what it is. I'm playing something for a minute because it's been bugging me because I don't know what it is.
Please, can we just calm the
Okay.
We could have used that a couple of months ago.
That is from Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah. And this one,
I put that one in there. That was from Dracula or
Dead and Loving It.
The one that Mel Brooks did.
Yeah.
Give me an enema.
And then, okay.
Like
Of course,
we could have used those a couple of months ago.
Yeah. Of course, this is the enema one I like.
This town needs an enema.
Daryl and his other brother Daryl.
You my main man. Now you my main man. Don't fuck up.
Oh. Oh, that reminds me because I'm in my live streaming jail. Did you hear what happened to NASA on the Crew Dragon launch? On the Demo 1 launch?
No.
YouTube gave NASA a copyright strike.
For what?
the image of the astronauts walking out of the dressing, the
The
astronaut
trailer.
parade, the
Yeah.
the parade from the building to the cars. NBC Universal copyrighted that image.
From the 60s.
Yeah.
So, any other astronauts parading out from the bus to the other bus
From the building to the bus. Yep.
is now a copyright strike?
Uh, Needless to say, YouTube fixed that situation.
Joe,
Yeah.
we need to find us a lawyer and sue Facebook for defamation of character.
Well, I think suing them for gross stupidity would
Sue them for $20,000, just $20,000.
Yeah.
That way, it'll cost them more to hire a lawyer to fight it than it will be to just pay you off.
Well, you can also sue them for
Hey.
$20,000 and ask for $50 million in punitive damages. $50 billion.
But hey, $20,000. If you give half of it to a lawyer, $10,000 buys a lot of grills.
Yeah.
$10,000 ought to buy a couple of lawyers and a congressman.
No, it takes more than $20,000 to buy a congressman.
No, let's not talk. Let's not talk about that.
Yeah, they're high dollar.
Excuse me.
$5,000, you can buy a congressman.
Not a good one.
That's why
a good one.
All right, we're going political. We're going to get in trouble. We're going political. That's why I like term limits, and that's why the lobbyists are fighting against term limits. Because it costs too much money to corrupt a new senator or congressman every 5 or 6 years.
They all want Bitcoin. The old ones would take cash. The new ones want Bitcoin.
Yeah. 50 billion Bitcoin, or you could trade in one video game at GameStop.
Oh, did y'all hear about the game of Super Mario Brothers selling for like $2 million?
I heard something about that.
Some woman bought it for her kid for Christmas in 1985 and put it in a drawer.
And never opened it.
Never opened it and forgot it.
Let's see. Here it is. I found it on Yahoo. It is, let me read it here. Unopened Super Mario Brothers game from 1986 sells for $660,000.
Yeah, $660,000. Mint condition. Never been played, never been plugged in the original unopened package.
Or $12 on GameStop.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to figure out. It was an NES game, apparently.
Yeah, the original Nintendo.
I'll be back.
All right.
Oh, have you heard? Oh, I went down. A long time ago, they back when Atari was a big thing, they came up with these Atari cartridge games for E.T. the Extraterrestrial.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've seen the.
It was so horrible. It was so horrible. Whoever had them literally took them out to the desert, dug a hole, dumped them in, and buried the whole bunch of them.
Atari. It was so bad. It was so horrible. Atari recalled them. Atari was the one that buried them.
Right. And somebody went out and dug them up and started selling them for like $1,000 a shot.
There's a Netflix documentary about it. It was horrible.
Alamogordo, New Mexico, landfill and covered with a layer of concrete. Let's see. In 2014, diggers hired to investigate the claim confirmed that the Alamogordo landfill contained many ET cartridges, among other games.
Yeah, that's something that should go into the Stupid O'Clock show.
Yeah, but hang on a minute. See here. Oh, wrong button. That one, that one, that one, and that one. And somebody threw away Centipede? Come on, I had that one.
Yeah, I love Centipede.
You can still get all these games at McKay's Books.
Hmm.
They got a huge section of these cartridges that shocked the heck out of me. Me and Skunk went down there that one time, and that's where I saw them. They had at least 100 Atari cartridges.
That just distracted me from what I was looking at.
I remember that. They had actually gone out and buried a bunch of brand new game cartridges, and somebody remembered where they were buried and started digging them up.
Alamogordo, New Mexico, in the Alamogordo landfill.
Yeah, Atari recalled all of them and had them destroyed.
Fuel
Industries.
Industries.
I mean, somebody set off a nuke there.
Oh, that was Fuel TV. Fuel Industries of Ottawa, it's Canadian-based entertainment company, did that documentary.
So, what is the going price for a radioactive game cartridge?
Well, I forgot what I was looking for.
Excuse me, I'll shut the fuck up.
No. It's before you got back.
Oh, hang on a second. Apparently, in 2006, somebody went in and disassembled the game, and looked at the source code and figured out why it was so crappy. And the problem was they had pixel perfect collision detection, which anytime you touch something or got close to it, you would touch it, whether you wanted to or not. And it was causing everybody to fall into pits. So if you got anywhere near the pit, it would throw you in the pit. You didn't have a chance of jumping over it.
You couldn't beat the game.
Right. Well, he did an unofficial fix. And apparently you can get it. You can get it now. So
a correct version of the game.
Oh, cool. Post that into Stupid O'Clock.
I'm working on it right now.
Trying to think of what.
Ooh, excuse me.
I had something. I cannot remember what the hell it was.
You know something we need to do one night?
What?
On Stupid. We need to do a show about basically Facebook horror stories, all these people and their bad experience with Facebook. We need to do it on the first night that we get to go back on Facebook.
And you want to get us banned again for what?
Pretty much. And invite the whole Rising Tide Network crew to come in and comment.
We could invite everybody in Facebook. We'd still get banned.
I cannot remember what it was. It was sort of important.
Really?
Yeah.
We were talking about Atari.
Yeah.
Then we were talking about, E.T., games in the dump, and then we were talking about Facebook.
Facebook in the dump.
I do know something. I'm just not sure how accurate it is. I heard Donald Trump is thinking about hiring a bunch of people to start a new media, online media thing to compete with Facebook. And there's a very good chance that if he can pull it off, he'll pull away half of Facebook's revenue. Because all the conservative people that they pissed off will go straight to Trump's network.
Yeah.
So basically, it'd be the KKK network.
I don't know if it'd be that bad.
Well, the only problem is you got to go through Amazon. Most of the cloud is owned by Amazon.
Yeah, Parlor tried that, and as far as I know, it didn't really work that well, even though the people were satisfied with their own little private echo chamber.
Facebook today, they just admitted they got hacked, and anybody that's ever put, you know how they always ask for your phone number.
Yeah.
Uh,
If you put your phone number in there, well, somebody just posted all the phone numbers online for free.
oh, that would explain all the spam calls that we've been getting
Possibly.
today.
I had one call me. I swear to God, they'd hang up and call me right back. They hang up and then they call me right back. They'd hang up and they call me right back. Same number. Over and over and over.
And if you block them, they'll just pick a new number.
Well, that number got blocked. I mean, I don't care who you are. If you call me, leave me a voicemail.
Yeah, on our landline, that's the only problem we have. On our cell phones, if it doesn't show up as somebody on our friends list, if it shows up as an unknown number, we never even bother to answer it. They can ring all they want to. Ringing our number doesn't cost us anything. Us answering it costs us $1.
Well, here's my opinion. If you're going to call, call and hang up and then call right back is a little out of the ordinary. 3 calls is harassment. 4 calls is stalkage.
Now, if they call you twice, it's usually because they've got the number wrong. They've written it down wrong or something. So they call you. Oh, I must dial it wrong, and they dial it right back, and then they get the same thing. So they say, oh, it must be written down wrong. So 2 is acceptable. 3 is like some idiot.
Yeah.
No. A one unknown number is a sweatshop in India. 2 from the same unknown number is a robot call from a sweatshop in India. 3 is annoying as fuck. 4 is wishing you had a nuclear missile you could target at that phone number.
Well, they decided to do this at 8 a.m. in the morning.
Oh, they do it all the time here. The worst ones are the ones that call right at dinner time on the landline. I mean, you're sitting there with a spoon halfway to your mouth, trying to enjoy dinner, and some jackass wants to get in touch with you about your car warranty expired on a car either you no longer own or it's from the 70s and it never had a warranty to start with.
Well, Kayla Gill.
What does that name sound familiar?
I don't know, but Caleb Gill just earned the blockage feature.
On your phone?
No, on YouTube.
Oh, okay. Pray tell.
Porn spam on Stupid O'Clock.
Yeah.
Like we look good enough to be porn stars? I mean,
I don't know.
John's handsome and all, but me and Joe are ugly suckers.
Let me just take care of that. Y'all continue on. Excuse me.
See? Oh my goodness. Or maybe she was talking about Skunk. I mean, he's a handsome young fellow himself. Oh. Either that or it's John's background with the fairy with the blue eyes. That's certainly an attractive young lady. Whether she's got wings or
That
not.
is Shay Centaur from the Piers Anthony series, the Xanth series.
Oh, okay.
Hang on a second.
Never actually seen drawings from.
Actually, from the
this
calendar they put out a couple decades back.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Still, the
I've
eyes
got
are.
that calendar. I've got it stored somewhere. It's like a 19.
That's not a Hildebrandt Brothers, is it?
I'm not sure who did that.
If it's Hildebrandt Brothers, they've learned a whole lot about perspective since they got started in the business. They used to not be able to do perspective worth a damn. I mean, their colors were awesome, but the angles of everything were really disturbing. It's like almost Cthulhu mythos story disturbing about ankles. Stuff
19, that was the let me see, 1996 calendar, I think. No, it was earlier than that. 91.
All right, I'll be right back.
Well, he must have one for several years there. 87 was that calendar.
Any notification as to who the artists were?
Several. Illustrated by Daryl K. Sweet and Michael Whalen.
Oh, both of those are fantastic cover artists.
Let's see here. Sure. That.
Yeah. Actually, I've got the book that cover is from.
What was it, Ogre? Or
Yeah, I think it was.
I used to know. I used to be a big Xanth fan. And
Well, Piers Anthony wrote the best first book of series ever. Unfortunately, he had to write like 50 damn series in order to get 50 books out that were worth reading. But starting with book number 2 of each series, they kind of went downhill. But the original premise of every series he made up was incredible. Some of the good stuff did carry on. I will give them credit, but mostly it was, let me write something really amazing to get you hooked on this, and then I'll just like off. Oh my God, is Piers Anthony still alive? Am I going to meet him at a convention and get punched for saying?
I let's see here. Apparently so. He's 86 years old.
Okay, so I can take a punch from an 86-year-old and
I don't know. He's kind of tall.
well, I didn't say how long I'd be spending in the hospital, but it's not going to kill me outright. I do love the first book of every series he's ever written. It's just from number 2 onward they kind of go downhill.
Apparently he's let's see. Apparently he's in that same crew with the rest of the Bane authors that he's getting cancel cultured because oh my God, he writes about sex and women and
Oh,
Who are we talking about now?
Here's Anthony.
Moment, but apparently he's one of the Bane books authors. So there are forces arrayed against them. From the idiots that walk among us.
We're slowly evolving into the era of 1984.
Slowly?
And the problem is Big Brother isn't the government, it's the corporations.
No. The problem is Big Brother is some idiot with a cell phone that decides they don't like you because you don't think the way they do.
Like I said,
don't give a shit. Government don't give a shit.
I love that one picture I saw. There were a bunch of protesters, and they were protesting this thing, and they kept going up trying to get the cops to start a fight with them. So the cop would go on, and he would go to YouTube and start playing like Ozzy Osbourne music, so that while they were filming the cops, they'd get a copyright hit on Facebook.
That is a good strategy.
Where the hell did my pen go?
You didn't sit on it, did you?
No, I'm going to write that down.
What, playing Ozzy Osbourne will get you an automatic
Or just any popular tune, you know.
Yeah, really. Bon Jovi.
But the thing is, a lot of Ozzy Osbourne songs, like especially "Crazy Train," have a very distinctive starting riff. So you only have to play the first 5 seconds of the song before they get the copyright hit.
Yeah.
Dot on, dot on, dot on, dot. Copyright hit.
Really. Sweet Leaf by Black Sabbath. All you got to do is hear the cough. Exactly. Copyright strike.
I think they hit you after 20 seconds. That's next time somebody does, if somebody ever pulls out a camera, I'm gonna pull out my phone. Why are you playing that music? You'll find out.
You'll find it.
Yeah.
You'll find out. No one else will. So.
Well, no, first I'm going to ask myself, are you streaming this live? Please stream this live. Let's stream this live. You want me to stream it? Yeah, stream it live to your page.
Play the opening riffs of Stairway to Heaven. You'll get 2 bands suing you.
2 bands?
Yeah. Spirit for claiming that Led Zeppelin stole a riff to begin Stairway to Heaven.
Oh, yeah.
And Led Zeppelin for going, our lawyers ain't got nothing else to do this week.
Well, actually, they were found not guilty on that.
Mm-hmm. Led Zeppelin won the lawsuit. And the weird thing is, the guy that filed the lawsuit on behalf of Spirit is a trustee for the estate of a dead guy in Spirit who is a guitar player.
Yeah.
And does not know how to play any instrument whatsoever.
Yeah, I think that's what cost him.
You gonna wear 2 pairs of glasses at the same time?
No, I spilt something on these and I was trying to get it cleaned off before it messed up the plastic lenses.
Dip them in acetone and no, wait, no, that's for tunes.
Yeah. Oh, I had to spray some air freshener in here. It was getting a little rough.
I'm surprised you don't own stock in an air freshener company.
I'm surprised that you don't buy it in 55-gallon drums.
It's a big can outside the house, like a propane tank. and it
Yeah.
pipes into the sprinkler system. Yeah.
You could do an entire dystopian novel with that premise.
No, actually, it was the dog this time. The little bitch snuck in here and took a dump. That's where I had to go.
Yeah,
That's what they
we'll
are.
believe you. Yeah.
I did clean it up. John, how many piles of poop have you had to clean up during stupid o'clock?
Actually, none. I think Barry went to bed before feeding them dinner. I don't know if they had dinner or not, but they're all down there asleep. So,
Same with our cats and our dog. Now, when I wake up in the morning and try and walk back in the office and check my email, I do have to turn a light on to make sure I don't step in anything, because there's a litter box right next to my door.
I got to remember to take my camera with me next time I go to my brother's and get pictures of all the kittens. And
I don't. I would love another cat, but no.
these are actually, most of his are pretty cool. He's got a couple of the black and white, what I call Sylvester cats.
Tuxedos.
Tuxedo cats.
And he's got one tabby and a couple of wait. What's the gray and black one called? Gray with the black stripes.
Gray tabbies is what I've always called.
Okay,
Yeah.
he's got one of those. He's got two of the orange tabbies, and they're big fluffy some bitches too.
Yeah, if they're male, they're probably sterile. That's a genetic anomaly with male orange tabbies.
What?
Most of them are born sterile.
And then he's got one. He's got one
Most.
oddball.
I didn't say all. Most.
Those were all from one litter. Those 5. But he has another cat showed up and had, well, it had 2 kittens. One died, but he still got one of the kittens, a little white and tan looking thing.
I'm gonna tell you what I want is a solid gray cat. If we ever go to get any more cats, I want 2 more. I want a solid gray cat and a solid white cat.
So you want the gray one would be a Maltese.
No, not necessarily.
Well, no, that's the most common one.
You know, short hair.
Yeah.
They got to be short hair. But I want it. I mean,
Unless you
charcoal gray.
Unless you
Almost-
want to buy a new vacuum cleaner every year, yeah, short hair is best.
And almost silver gray, and then a solid white. That way, when the 3 cats are sitting there together, it looked like we ran out of toner.
There is a picture of tigers that made that very joke.
Huskies, every litter's that way. Usually, the white one doesn't survive past 2 or 3 weeks. The white one passes away. If you can get a white husky to survive past 3 weeks, you've got the greatest dog in the world.
Yeah. I wonder what genetic defects that it's one of those things. It has to be genetic. I mean, it's just one of those things. And sometimes you get a strong one rather than one with more defects than strengths.
And it could be they can be male or female. Just something about the white.
Yeah. Well, it's almost a lack of melanin. But they would be blue-eyed, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I had a husky
Not
Akita.
albino, but they would be pink-eyed.
I had my husky Akita mix. She was solid white, blue eyes.
Yeah, I remember.
God, that dog was too smart.
That's why you want a damn half coyote, half dog, too.
Yes. Preferably chow.
Are you off your freaking meds?
No. You've got to get them when they're young. I mean, young.
Yeah, like 6 generations before the one you get is born.
She was the smartest dog I've ever owned.
I'm sorry, but chows are just the work of the devil.
All depends on how you raise them. All depends on how you raise them. My uncle had a chow that would let you walk into his shop, do anything you want. But if you walk near his toolbox and open the door, the dog will nail you.
One of my uncles had a Mexican hairless small enough to fit in his shirt pocket. His own wife couldn't get within 8 feet of him.
No, but that dog, I mean, that dog was, he would guard his shop. I mean, people broke into that shop all the time.
Never got anything.
Never got out.
Never got out. The dog ate them.
No, the dog wouldn't let them out.
I prefer my version.
I mean, usually the dog had them run climbed up on the lift. Because he always had a car on the lift, and that was the first, you know, they'd usually grab the lift and climb the lift up to the car, and the dog be sitting there waiting on him to get there in the morning.
Look what I treat. Yeah,
And he wouldn't let call the dog off till the cops showed up.
well, of course not. If they hadn't shot the dog by then, they were unarmed. Let the cops take them. Otherwise, you got to go dig a hole.
We've got a frost advisory down here in Ringgold,
Yeah,
We got
But
one here in Athens.
but the temperature's not going to drop below 36
Yeah.
and
It
no
depends-
wind.
It depends on the humidity more than it does the temperature once it gets down.
It's only 2% humidity. Of course, we're supposed to get foggy too. So
yeah.
I don't know why. It was kind of nice today.
Freezing fog is the worst.
Yeah, definitely. We've already got the bathtub dripping so that we don't have any frozen pipes.
You don't have to worry about frozen pipes till it's below 30 for more than 24 hours.
I'll let you explain that to Lindsay. Thank you. I will just drip the tap and shut the fuck up.
Well, up here, my water bill's $26. My sewer bill is $46.
Down here, my water bill is nothing. My sewer bill is nothing. I've got a well and a septic tank.
I got to pay 150% to get it out of the house.
Yeah. Athens, Clark County did that shit back in the 80s. All of a sudden, they were charging a sewer charge for the water that you flush down the toilet. And coincidentally, it was exactly equal to the water that you used from the sink, the toilet, the bathtub, whatever.
Yeah,
So,
Chattanooga's 150%.
you had to pay for the water coming in, and you had to pay for the water going out, and it's the same damn water.
That's why I want to put a rain barrel outside and hook the toilet to it.
And I doubt that's legal.
You need to get you one of them toilets that has the sink on the back of it.
You mean prison toilet?
No. It's something new. It got started in Japan and it's starting to catch on here in the United States. Where the lid on the toilet is in the back, it's a small hand sink for washing your hands. So when you go in and use the bathroom, you turn around, you wash your hands there, and the wastewater from washing your hands fills up the tank on the back of the toilet. So you're reusing your hand washing water to flush the toilet the next time.
That's a fairly smart idea.
Barely, but my parents taught me how to use the toilet without pissing them.
No, you're supposed to wash your hands any damn way. So.
Just wash your damn hands.
Yeah, really. Okay, what is this? Apparently, Florida is about to become radioactive. Let me see if I can read this story here.
Oh, couldn't happen to a nicer state. All them blue-haired people glowing in the dark.
Is Florida Governor Ron DeSantis declared a state of emergency in Manatee County on Saturday because of a leak at a wastewater storage pond, the collapse of which officials call imminent. Let's see. It's an imminent threat of uncontrolled release of wastewater from the former Piney Point phosphate processing plant in Palmetto. Let's see here. Everyone within a mile radius has been evacuated.
Oh, that happened up here. What was that? Rockville or Spring City?
I think it was near Spring City.
Spring City?
Where the cold, whatever.
And gypsum. Where they make drywall.
Yeah.
Yeah, their holding pond collapsed.
Oh, there was the one that was the coal plant where the coal sludge or whatever broke open.
Okay, maybe it was coal sludge. I thought it was gypsum. But yeah, it pretty much wiped out a little small town.
Okay. Apparently, this tank, this pond that they're worried about in Florida, holds 800 million gallons of water containing phosphorus and nitrogen from an old phosphate plant.
So basically, if it breaks loose, the plants are going to grow better.
The pond contains stacks of phosphorus gypsum, a radioactive byproduct from manufacturing fertilizer. It contains small amounts of naturally occurring radium and uranium, and the stacks can also release large concentrations of radon gas.
Well, yeah, that radon gas can give you cancer.
He also said the water is slightly acidic, but not to a concerning or toxic level.
Well, gypsum is just plastiferous. It's the same stuff they make drywall out of.
Well, this ain't gypsum, though.
Well, it's a radioactive form of gypsum. So you can find your walls in the dark.
There's a product for you. Glow in the dark sheetrock.
Yeah. Only in a war situation would that be a bad idea. Well, not really, but
I've always wondered why they, have you seen, they got all these plastic products that have come out for your house, like plastic deck wood.
Yeah.
It looks like deck wood, but it's made out of some sort of plastic. So like that. I've always thought they should make that stuff out of glow in the dark plastic.
A lot of woo-woo folks would go ape shit about that. It glows. It's got to be radioactive. That's what it glows.
Yeah, I've always thought radioactive sidewalks would be a bright idea. They started making that stuff that was like, it was like concrete with old tires built into it. So it's like rubber concrete.
Mm-hmm.
And they were using it for like playgrounds and stuff like that. I said, if they'd had glow in the dark plastic, that stuff would be cool as hell.
There are roads in India made from recycled soft drink bottles. And they are actually less apt to get damaged and develop potholes than our asphalt and concrete roads here. Apparently, the test bed road has been in existence for 20 years without developing a single bug.
Oh, I'm doing something devious. Well, I'll tell you all about it after when we end the show. What?
Nothing.
Dan's got that look on his face.
You always stop.
Well, we can barely hear you, Dan. Your volume's going down again.
He always stops after foreplay.
Bring that microphone in a little closer.
What? Rub it against my beard and hear you complain again?
Yeah.
Y'all are so hard to please.
Well,
No, I'm going to tell you. I've discovered a way to boost something.
does it involve nudity?
No,
I don't care.
Fuck it then.
Does it involve Hooters girls?
no.
You're 2 for 3.
It involves.
Does it involve beautiful women?
Sometimes.
Does it involve halocon?
It is
Okay.
partially.
We're waiting.
Right. Well, I got to end the show because I can't talk about it on YouTube.
Really?
Yep. And believe it or not, really, it is. Just as soon as I find it, it's actually time to end the show.
Just about. Well, you got about 2 minutes.
Yeah. We can wrap it up. Go ahead and wrap it up because hadn't nobody been here all day.
Oh, just
Yeah.
us
Just
Yeah.
us.
from the Old Fart Network.
Yeah, from the Old Farts Network.
Exactly. I'm trying to figure out how I could use StreamYard for something for Aphelion, but there's nothing I can think of that we don't already do here.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's wrap this up. Thank you, John. Thank you, Dan, for being here. Y'all are a big part of the broadcast network. Thank you.
I thought you were going to say we're a big pain in the ass, but
Well, that too, but that's
too.
beside the
Yeah.
point.
This show wouldn't be any fun if it weren't a pain in the ass.
But we're going to wrap it up and say good night, everybody.
good night, everybody.